Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is IOANNIS at IOANNIS.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. Do any successful guitar players have bad guitar playing habits, such as holding the neck or the pick wrong? Well, here's an interesting question, but it really depends on the mindset you have before asking it. So if you're asking for entertainment purposes and you're just curious to know the answer, then the answer is definitely yes. Several successful guitar players have some very, very bad habits, and it really seems that they have succeeded in spite of those bad habits. The bad thing usually is that because of those habits are very visual in most cases, like how you hold the pick or how you hold the neck or how you put your neck over or wherever on the your thumb on the guitar. It's actually a bad example for people who are trying to learn, because then their arguments becomes that, oh, but so-and-so does it this way. And this leads to a whole other set of problems. So asking if successful guitar players have bad habits is like asking if anybody ever survived an attack from a white shark or jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. The answer is yes. People have survived these things, but this is not how you either exit an airplane by jumping without a parachute or you go fighting white sharks and see what happens. This is not like a sustainable or survival model for your life. So if you know that something has like 9,900 times chances of failure, and this failure can be catastrophic, you probably should not worry and think too highly about the one chance in 10,000 that might be successful, and just, put most of your effort in the one that has the vast majority of probability on its side. In one of the seminars that I teach, which is about mental models and cognitive biases, I always talk about the survivor bias, and this is basically that people tend to see the chances of surviving a process and an event in a very skewed way, because we see the survivors and we never see how many people did not survive this process. A good example would be, you always hear a story from rags to riches, and someone, for example, who learned to play basketball and started from the streets and they became world famous. And this is true, this has happened, but to get a clear picture of what your chances are, you need to know how many other people tried the same thing and did not succeed. Is it 9 other people and then 1 in 10 succeeds? Is it 99? Is it 999? Or is it 9,999,999 people and then only 1 succeeded out of 10 million? It's important to be able to make this decision intelligently. So, to go back to the original point, several really good guitar players have a few bad habits, and I will tell you the most common one is the use of the 4th finger. Many really good guitar players play with a very, very bad position for the 4th finger, a very stressful position for the hand. And then when you see them, you say, oh, this is what my hand is supposed to look like. And the answer is no. Those players reached a good level in spite of using their 4th finger like this, which was a definite handicap. There's no doubt about that. But it provides a bad example for people who are learning. What you should be worrying or trying to find out about is the following. From all the guitarists who used this kind of technique, this kind of non-optimum technique. For example, in my case, instead of using a hand position like that when they're playing, they have a position like that with the fourth finger down here, okay? You have to see how many of the people who tried to learn to play like that actually managed to learn, instead of focusing on the 2 or 3 people who did make it, because there always will be people who are totally on the other side of the curve, people who are very, very talented and who succeed in something in spite of having done not one thing but several things wrong. So there you have it. Yes, there are successful guitar players with bad playing habits, and you definitely should not worry about that. You should not be even taking into account, and you should not be studying their bad habits. You should be studying their good music. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep sending me your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them in a future episode. Bye bye.